Chuck, 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 chuck. Well, we are live now on Facebook and YouTube. I'm in the studio. Mr. T is already in the house. It's the first here. We are waiting for Alex. Alex has some traffic hitches. We'll launch shortly. Just set up camera and all that. I think I need a director or a producer or
You
a
do.
or a cameraman or something.
You need an assistant, though. Yeah.
Yeah, an assistant of sort. Yes, I
Mm,
think so.
you do. You
Okay,
do. You do. Mm.
okay, let's start. This is what you said, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay. We are trying to get grips with the controls there. They've changed all the settings all over the place.
Mm.
I hope I will speak to the right one. Oh,
I pray so.
good. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, the globe. This is uh, the Vintage Talkshow with the Fudge, and it's a great day. It's Saturday, the 18th day of May. In a couple of less than 2 weeks, we'll be celebrating another changeover, an annual changeover of government, or how will I call it? A reminder that we have changed. We have a new man in power. It will be May 29th, and the anniversary, first anniversary of Tinubu presidency. Good morning. Wherever you are listening to us or watching us on YouTube or Facebook, good morning. We are ready to move. I'm your anchor for this morning. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Fudge. And I can't do this alone. I have a young canary in the house who chirps to us about entertainment news. Is Esife Arogundade. Good morning, Esife.
Good morning to everybody. Welcome to another lovely day. An happy 1 year anniversary of our great president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Oh my, oh my.
Cheers.
Hey, it's the new mood today. Actually, I was speaking to the wrong wrong microphone there. Okay, I can hear this very loud and clear in my ears. Thank you, Esife, for prompting me. Okay. Also, also with us this morning is our analyst and co-anchor. He just stepped in. I hope it's still the traffic fatigue is not weighing him down. Good morning, Alex Ogunda. Oh,
This
he's
is
still held.
section.
Is it held? So we get to introduce him when he comes in eventually. Now, welcoming my co-anchor and big brother, and not like the one on a reality show and all that. He's been real for long, and great to have you this morning, Tokumbo or Jekunle. Good morning.
Good morning, Fudge. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning. I say everybody listening and watching us. You're welcome to another vintage of a vintage shows. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. The fun has just started.
Thank you, Mr. T. We're gonna have fun today. When you're hearing vintage of vintage, it's gonna be fun this morning. Let me see if Alex is has sorted out his cobwebs and all that. Alex, are you with us? Good morning. Mm, mm. Now it will not happen. Alex will speak.
He must speak. I think it's.
Okay, while we're at it, we'll have issues. Our main issue today on Point Blank is on as a scorecard or less some kind of review
Mm,
of performances and otherwise of the President Bola Tinubu presidency. His first anniversary is in 11 days, 10, 11 days, the 29th of May. Will be marking his first anniversary. Is it cheerful? Is it interesting? Is it been horrible? Has it been chastening? Has
mm,
it been tough? But sure. Is it hopeful? Is it like hope deferred or hope renewed, as his manifestos says, or is it worrisome? You know, there's all kinds of analysis and analysis and all that. We'll talk about it in greater depth as we move on to point blank. But let's start off with our ancestors. What do they have for us this morning? And I quote, it says, Who earns calamity eats it with his family. He who earns calamity eats it with family. If you work so hard to
mm,
bring calamity to, to the world or to the environment, of course, you and your family
mhm.
will take plenty portions.
Everybody, yeah.
Best way is just do good. Try and live peaceably with all men and women, and
Mm.
restrain yourself from expressions of anger, animosity, belly aching, and all that. And then you'll be well with your family too. Because as Yoruba would say, "Irorun eku ni irorun eye," abi what they say, how they
Yes,
say it.
so yes, so
Or else they ara orokun, ara orade. There's no
already,
peace
yeah.
for the line or for the rope, and no peace for the chicken or the hen or whatever it is that is landing
Mhm.
on it. Yes, good morning, Alex. We've been introducing you and introducing you. I hope
Good
you can
morning,
speak
sir.
now. Hey, good
Yeah.
to hear you.
Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Alex.
Good morning, Mr.
Family
T.
figure is so heavy
Welcome.
and tedious that it just made you still there, and no movement at all. But we thank God we can hear voice. Good morning. Thank you for
Good
joining us.
morning, sir.
Good
Great.
morning.
Okay. Esife is perching on the bird's fence or the bird's line, waiting for action. I will give it to you. Esife, are you ready for us?
Yes, I'm fully ready.
It's, Esife is very robust this morning. Okay, we're going on to entertainment news. Our takes on it. Shoot, my lady.
Sparklers at 10th AMVCA at the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards held at a hotel and suites in Lagos on Saturday, 11th May 2024. Breath of Life won the highest award, Best Movie. The movie follows the story of Timi, an accomplished individual who is fluent in 16 languages and has become the first clergyman in England. Tragedy strikes when a local thug harms his family, prompting Timi to seek revenge. After killing the thug, Timi decides to end his own life but survives. Ray Jones Osai won Best Sound Design for Black Vessel. Antonio Ribeiro won Best Editing for The Black Book. Irawa Iya won Best Mnet Original, while Lai Wasabi won Best Visual Content for Medical Negligence and Copyright Infringement. Broken Mass won Best Short Film, and Iwuye Keke Preferring White won Best Unscripted Mnet Original. Slam King won Best Scripted Original, while Chimezie Imo won the Trailblazer Award. The Industry Merit Award was given to Idowu Phillips, aka Mama Rainbow, and Richard Mofe
Hmm.
Kehinde
I
Bankole
don't
won Best
remember.
for Adire. Itura won the Best Scripted Series, while Jagun Jagun, The Warrior won Best Indigenous Language Film, West Africa, and Best Costume Design. However, some fans were disappointed that Funke Akindele's A Tribe Called Judah,
Hmm.
which grossed £1 billion at the box office, lost out on all its nominations. The movie was nominated in Best Makeup, Best Writing a Movie, Best Supporting Actor, and Best Movie categories.
Hmm. Nigerians. They must find small colorful comma there to. They just injected that one that just
Yeah,
No,
you know that
no
bit
wonder.
at the end there. It's a whole issue on the internet. There's been a lot of debates over it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Funke Akindele, Tribe of Judah. They say it clocked over 1 billion in the box office, and they're wondering why it couldn't win an award.
they should not wonder. Most times, blockbusters don't win awards. In Oscars, they one of the ones we watch and we scream around. They don't win things like that. Critically acclaimed works sometimes are not commercial. Most times are not commercial success. Actually, you know. So I don't know. She shouldn't feel bad. Some Nigerians will make her feel
So
bad.
I followed it up on X. She said she didn't feel bad at all, that she took it in a positive light.
What will she say? That's the give for granted. Well, I like her composure. She should not worry about that. It's not like next year it comes. I read someone advising her she should not have been at the award. Do you anticipate that you must win so that you attend the awards? No, that's not the right spirit. And say don't come next year. Yeah. That's petty, right? You win some, you lose some. Next time
So
she'll win. You
what
know.
also this actor, there's an actor that said he has never won in any of all the nominees for AMVC. He has not won all the seven nominations
Mm-hmm.
for his actor.
It's not strange. You
Which is
remember
way
that
biased.
AMVCA is a voters something. It's predominantly voting. So they
Viewers choice. Viewers
yeah,
choice.
viewers choice. So you may think you are great, and the viewers have a
Mm-hmm.
different opinion. You know, don't feel bad about it. When you miss out in AMA and all these supposedly critical platforms, and then you should worry. But if you are missing out in popularity votes and all that, they love you today, they can crucify you tomorrow. So don't worry about that. Funke, go ahead and get another 1 billion stuff, and
And
smile to them.
and and Fudge, unfortunately, most of the people do not realize the stress the selection committee go through.
Yes,
I remember from experience, we were spending almost 2 nights, roll back to back, trying to take a decision. You know,
yes.
it's usually tough.
It's very, very excruciating. And people come out and blah blah blah. Is this one? Is it?
Hmm.
It's not a tea party. It's not easy, So, Funke, congratulations in advance for more laurels ahead of you. Let's move on.
Celebration unveils 2024 theme. The Celebration Organizing Committee has recently announced that the theme for the 2024 edition of Celebration will be Look and Laugh. Yeni Kuti, the head of the Celebration Organizing Committee, expressed her excitement about this year's theme and stated that it honors Fela's legacy by embracing his message of resilience and expression. Given the current challenges that Nigeria is facing with inflation, currency devaluation, and rising food and fuel prices, the theme of Look and Laugh takes on new significance. Celebration 2024 aims to spark conversations, encourage reflection, and inspire action, carrying forward Fela's legacy of social consciousness and innovation through entertainment. Celebration is an annual celebration of Fela Anikulapo-Kuti's life, music, and legacy, and has become a cultural touchstone for music enthusiasts, activists, artists, and fans worldwide. The festival serves as a rallying point each year, commemorates Fela's enduring impact on music, politics, and culture.
Okay. Well, to Yeni, Femi, and the crew. Congratulations in advance. We look forward to laugh, look and laugh. What do you call it? Look
Yes,
and
you
laugh.
can laugh.
You know, it's like
All right.
and suffering.
Mm.
Fellas, classic. We understand. All the best as we judge you on a very Ishon-like Nigeria proper.
Sure. We are writing the book, so
You buy this price on the way by the school gate or inside the school or something like that. What you're looking for is the position there because you can eat it from break time to the end of school. your, you see in your mouth, you have to marinate from one side to the other. Oh, old days. Okay, let's move on.
Tiwa Savage premieres fourth film. Prime Video, the popular streaming platform, has recently launched Tiwa Savage's debut movie, titled Water and Gary, exclusively in over 240 countries.
Mm.
The movie premiered on Saturday, 11th May 2024, in Lagos, with Tiwa Savage and the cast of the movie leading the event. During the media briefing, the cast took turns to talk about their experiences and roles in the film. Savage explained that she wants to inspire and encourage people with their movie, try new things, and execute them with excellence. She mentioned that acting has always been her first love and that she was encouraged to take on this project to prove that it's possible to do more than one thing and do it excellently. She also commended her team, the cast and crew of the movie, for making her acting debut smooth.
Did they
Mm.
call it water, Gary?
Yes,
Don't worry, Miss
Yes.
Savage. We are the one that will determine whether it's excellent or not. We'll see. We'll start, Gary. Right from the
Let,
title, I'm not impressed. Water and Gary.
let's
You know. See,
let's
you
hope
wait.
she does it as well
Yeah, you
as
see,
amazing.
they will know whether it's excellent. You have done your excellency so on your set. We will now wait and see whether we agree with your opinion. That's good.
Mm.
Congratulations. She said acting is her first love.
yes,
Oh, music is like waka
exactly.
pass and all that. Okay, but they has turned that
That's
to
amazing.
some kind of
very,
sound,
very, very.
right? Unique voice, and some blend of nice lyrics and all that, and some silly
Uh,
ones. But
the
uh, since acting is our forte, our first forte, we are waiting anxiously
Yes.
to see her as acting skills, how excellent or otherwise. Okay, let's move
Fault police for cancelling man arrested for posting daughter's nudes online.
on.
Simisola
Hmm.
Kosoko, aka Simi, has
Genius.
faulted the Nigeria police force for saying they will cancel Musa Suleiman, the Edo State born dad, arrested for engaging his 4-year-old daughter, Sarah, who is a kid model, in adult content on social media. The False Public Relations Officer, Olumuyiwa Adejobi, while responding to an ex-user, called his attention to the indecent act on Sunday, 12 May 2024, and disclosed that the parent has been arrested. The PFRO wrote, "This is an act of indecency and exposing the young child to moral dangers. The
Hmm.
PRO of Edo Command will take it up and cancel the parents rather than prosecute them. Many of us don't know the implications of what we do. We will
Hmm.
educate them and be alike. This kind of a thing will expose the girls to rot in our system and moral dangers. Not in all
Hmm.
cases we prosecute. There is a room for AGR and CSR in our duties, and we shall be adopting such. As Edo Police NG as Police NG." Reacting, Simi faulted the police for choosing to cancel the parents instead of execution. She wrote, "You want to cancel parents that violently and repeatedly sexually exploit a baby, a 4-year-old child, what is going on?"
Hmm.
mm,
Gentlemen, we want to hear from you.
that's
The says ADR. I think that has to do with that. What's that called? Um,
Administrative.
some kind of arbitration, right? And
Hmm.
then SR has to do with the community
Community.
relationship and all that. Okay,
Hmm.
Auntie, Alex, Whose rights? Police said it's not everything you hit the hammer, use the hammer to hit the head. Sometimes you try and slap them on the wrist and say no, this is wrong, don't do it again and all that. And Simi as spitting fire. You don't condone such. That kind of depravity should be thoroughly dealt with. You know. So over to
Mm,
you.
You know, abroad in the US and the UK, if you have
mm.
children's porn on your laptop, it's a
You are
crime.
gone.
It's a
It,
crime.
it
You
it
are
is
going to jail.
a big
Not
crime.
to
Yes.
not to think of when you use a baby in a movie. You know, they're calling it adult content. I believe that's a euphemism for pornography.
That's it.
It's
That's
alarming, and
it.
they ought to be tried. That's my opinion. You don't put a slap
I
on their wrist for
think
that.
I
uh,
I
that's
I
it.
think I think that Simi's outburst is probably slightly misguided at the moment. In what she's looking at should be maybe fashioned against teenage guys who are into scamming, online scamming. We could look at how we can be lenient with their sentences and bring them back to form. But when it comes to that pornography, and an elderly man as that, forget it. We can't just pat him on the head because others will take cue. And I can imagine there's a lot of, let's see what they're going to do to this man first. Oh, he's gone away with it. Let's everybody, and it becomes a fad. So you can when it comes to the police themselves know. I know they have an idea of what they are doing. It's the crime is just the crime. It's a huge one and very offensive too, disrespectful to everybody in the whole of this country. It's not right.
So the conclusion from this end is that the police are wrong and Simi is right. It's an offensive exposure of a minor, and dealing with him would be deterrent, not only to him but to others, so that they do not do such again. You don't have proprietary rights over your key, and therefore begin to display like you are doing confetti or you are selling bombita or selling indomie and display on social media. No, sir, it is wrong, and the police should not slap him on the wrist. They should slap him on the where is the most painful part. Wherever. Look for moving car and slap him big time. Okay, let's move on.
So,
Reggae artist Righteous Man canvasses creation of Brass Kimono Day. Nigerian reggae artist Righteous Man
Why
Erabo
not?
has called on federal government to designate World Brass Kimono Day in memory of the late music legend. Erabo made this plea during an interview with News Agents of Nigeria in Lagos on Sunday, 12th May 2024. He emphasized that just as reggae fans worldwide celebrated World Bob Marley Day on Saturday, 11th May 2024, there is a need for a Raskimono Day in Nigeria to honor the artists and recognize contributions to the growth of the entertainment industry. Raskimono,
mm,
born on 9th May 1958, passed away on June 10, 2018. His music was greatly influenced by the poverty, inequality, and hardship he witnessed in his early life. In 1989, he released his solo debut album, "Under Pressure", on the premium music label, which propelled him to instant continental stardom. The album featured hits such as "Under Pressure", "Natty Get Jail", and the massive hit "Grandma Style". He subsequently released a series of hit albums and toured Africa, Europe, and the US, prompting his brand of reggae music. Throughout his career, he won several awards, including the Nigerian Fame Music Awards.
Hmm.
mm,
Well,
mm,
why not? Why not? When you remember his contribution, yeah, just like many others. I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing you can do it. It's just that there have been many days that we have to recognize. There are many,
yeah.
we have many superstars that have gone and still living. Who also look up to a day. So you
The
come to a
young ones
point.
already have their own days as well.
You come to a point. We'll be looking for two people. Will be doing one day.
Mm-hmm.
More than
Majek Fashek days, for example.
They are somebody else's day. We have
Mhm,
so
mhm.
that's a good thing to imagine. I mean, and it doesn't have to be instituted by the federal government. Organization can
No,
start it. Only a
no.
single person started the World PR Day. Only a single young Nigerian started that, and it's held on. So you can start it. Look at what we are doing with the Guinness World Record. They are now shutting down their system for us because we are over, overloading them with ideas and initiatives. So much, Jessica, for giving us your beats on the entertainment news. We'll be back shortly. We'll take a break and come back. We start with Mobile. It says, "Ask about me." Okay, who's taking the global trends?
Um, I could take a shot, really. I hope the system is behaving now
It's
because
going up.
you, you know what happens is anytime you're flipping the story, the system just goes gaga a little. So, and that affects the flow from here. But
So
let's go.
Alex is there. Alex is there to take up the flag if it does happen.
But I'm looking for a permanent solution to this thing, really. So, mm,
We're on a short musical break. Right now, "Ask About Me." Mobile is playing. You probably will not hear because of fears of copyright infringement and all that. It's not as if we don't pay here. We pay. We pay. I mean, Custom will not even let you rest if you don't. If you don't, you know. But we still have
He was
platform
in the
network
news during the
being
week.
sensitive, being
Over.
sensitive to all this music, especially when it's coming from Africa.
He was in the news that they exhumed his body and they couldn't
Huh?
discover what killed him. Talking about
yeah,
Mubarak.
I
Even up
saw
till
that.
now,
I'm just
I'm not into.
wondering
I'm yeah,
why they went through the process of, putting people through that agony at the end of the day for nothing.
nothing. The boy's body is just an object now. I don't get it. And is it
we are going back.
possible for oh, you're going back? Okay.
Oh, you hear that voice, the tempo, the cadence of its compositions is deflections and all that, and syncing with the music. I mean, with the melody and all. You wonder at the waste that have happened. That is the condition of Mobad. Even as we speak, his death is not resolved. There are still bickerings within the family. and friends have taken sides and all that, and it's a little bit messy as it is. What great guy, young chap. It says, "Ask about me." Mm. We continue to ask about you. What's the police force doing? Lagos State government? How far? The justice system? How is it treading on? Let's have a closure sometime soon. Okay, we're back on we're back on sure ground. Gentlemen, the next is global trends. Are we ready?
Yes, we are. I'll probably doing a co-presentation approach to it, where the system grinds, Alex can take over. But if we're ready, let's go. I'm sure Alex is
Okay,
also ready.
over to you.
Okay, thank you, Fudge. I think today we have a lot of very interesting topics from the global views. We'll be taking off first with I have here, I think, the Vatican. I don't know how I skipped that, but let me go through Vatican first and others we align. It says the
Okay.
dicastery for the doctrine of the faith has reiterated that last month its staunch opposition to sex changes, gender theory, surrogate, parenthood, abortion, and euthanasia in a text dubbed Dignitas Infinita, which means infinite dignity. Um, yeah, that's coming from the Vatican, and it's rather globe trending at the moment.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people have accused Catholics of all kinds of misdemeanors and uh, getting ahead of the times and moving away from the
Mm.
scriptures and all that. But this dignitas infinita, it's
Infinita.
a strong worded approachment that they are still within the sanctity of the Christian doctrines and ethos and all that.
Mm.
I hope they can pass the message down that we do not want bishops, what they call them again, and all sorts of religious leaders performing things that even ordinary churchgoers will relent from or will resist or will repulsed. You know,
Mm.
or what we read a lot, especially from Europe and America, they are
Mm.
heart-rending. You know,
Yeah.
and you hear a father has impregnated like 10 nuns,
I wonder how, but
and
it's taking
everywhere it's
over.
clear,
Yeah, yeah. Just I think
everywhere it's
yesterday or
so
upper day,
there's no way.
Peru
I mean,
signed
the
a
church is
bill.
part of society, so you can't, yeah, you can't escape it. Okay,
Okay, we go through
yes,
from there to the synagogue attack. It says French police have killed an armed man who tried to set fire to the religious building in the northwestern city of Rouen. The country's interior minister has said, of course, revealed that. That's called a synagogue attack. We move on and quickly we go through the mass wedding fiasco. The planned mass wedding of about 100 orphans has sparked widespread outrage across Nigeria. Now, critics have expressed concern that some girls may be younger than 18 or being forced to comply for financial gain.
hmm.
Where is that
Um,
taking place?
in Nigeria,
Probably will be in the northern part of Nigeria. In
no, yeah,
Kano, they will
absolutely no. In the northern part,
announce
what really
all of
happened
that.
was the speaker of the house, um, brought these ladies and said that his own contribution to, well, sort of empowerment, not exactly empowerment, is to
Empowerment
pay for their bride price and
Uh,
marry them off.
Okay.
because many of them were orphans. In fact, all of them have been orphaned by the widespread whatever going on in the north, and they
Yeah.
needed to be taken care of. And so he felt that the best way was to arrange
Carry them
marriages
up.
for them. They will now be
Uh,
yeah. But they said the minister now in charge of the women actually came out. She actually took the case to court. And 2 or 3 days after, she dropped the case. Yeah, she actually dropped the case. She took
That's
the
the
case
smoke.
to court and wanted freedom in quotes for the girls.
Mm.
By this morning, I heard that she's also about to take care of 100 or 1,000 of them or so, 100, yeah, where she wants to empower and make a better life out of. I don't know, but it's all in Nigeria in the north. Yeah.
one
Okay.
would think at this time we would be beyond all this kind of thinking. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
understand.
You know,
Hmm.
I think we have different cultures, so I always respect people's culture. If it does not affront uh, human dignity and freedom of movement and life, people have
Mm.
different cultures. You have to respect them, even if it is obnoxious to you. You have to respect them. So in your own area, you sniff at such an idea, just an idea of three or four doing at the same time. In theirs, it's like in
No,
India,
I'm not against the idea of a mass wedding. I'm
mass
looking at
wedding.
the ages of the girls
That you let
involved.
them off. Yeah.
That's also debatable. You are in Nigeria when a serving governor, you know, blatantly and uh, ridiculously boasted about
Mm.
wedding to a 13-year-old girl or some age thereabout, some incredible uh, arrangement like that. And
Mm.
everyone shouted on him. The marriage went ahead. The girl is probably maybe in his 20s now and all that. When it gets to things of faith or religion, it's very difficult to intervene, because we have different. Uh, I mean, they say it's a private practice, but they bring it to public, and sometimes it's annoying. You understand, you know. Well, let's get around that. Let's move on. Nigeria enter global trends today. Okay. Um, what
But
For
for
the
what reason?
for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, for what
what
reason?
what has Alpha? Any other one before we introduce our
Um,
guest? He's very sober because
oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Oh, what's wrong? I hope
go ahead.
you can.
Uh,
Okay.
okay, Alex, take over. I'm
No,
son of
my system just went up. There is this from Texas, I think. Daniel Perry is freed. It says Texas Governor Greg Abbott was pardoned as pardoned, sorry, the ex-US Army sergeant who was convicted of killing a Black Lives Matter protester in 2020, a case that became a rallying point for conservatives.
is he,
Um,
is he live?
there, yeah,
2 years after he's free.
is free. Is free.
Mm,
Now life continue, and the
and
Black
Black
Lives
Lives
Matter still matters. Yeah. Mm.
anyway.
From
Let's
Australia,
yeah, go ahead, please.
let me just take this. Australian caricature field. It says mining heiress and billionaire Gina Reinhardt has requested that a portrait of her be removed from the National Gallery of Australia. The artwork was painted by Aboriginal artist Vincent Namachudra, who is famous for a caricature style that challenges power structure, and the complaint has sparked a debate about art and censorship.
Did
Okay.
anyone see that picture? I did.
Mm. I didn't.
The
Okay.
the lady has a double chin in the caricature. It portrayed her as ugly, And when I looked at
That's
her
the
real life picture, I understood why she was offended by it.
caricature. If you see a caricature of Tinubu or Buhari, they'll yeah, a particular a prominent feature of their body, they will now extend it to. If you see, it's longer than giraffe,
Yeah,
You
and
but
know,
then
when you have a picture like that in the museum, it doesn't
uh,
augur well.
but
it
it's not the
doesn't.
it's a general thing they do regularly. So I was wondering, is it because the artist is aboriginal, or because the caricature is so objectionable that is
Oh, you need
that
to
is
But but
see.
but, but
You need to
you
see
know,
that picture.
but
no, I mean
something. You know something I discovered. The writer, as a writer, has his own. It could influence something. It could influence an information.
yeah,
It could show his biases in a report, just as well
yeah,
as an artist could
yeah.
show his annoyance or or what he feels about this person. We're not really looking at the person, but if you don't mind this, I will make sure you look horrible. Don't worry, I'll still retain your frame.
For
And I
example,
think they do that a lot.
look at what they do always to Donald Trump. Always, his mop of hair is always horrible. The belly is
And
always touching the ground, or
his
threatening to
nose
touch
is
the
so
ground.
sharp at points.
Oh, no, those characters are terrible. Okay, I think we have
Yeah,
come to the end of global trends this morning. Thank you, Mr. T. Thank you,
thank
Alex.
you.
Uh, we'll take a short break and come back for our reviews, or shall I call it our reviews or critique of the Nigerian newspaper headlines. We'll be back shortly. Let's listen to Thames. It says, "Love me, JJ." Bosun, good morning, oh.
Morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning, Kuchi. Good
Morning,
morning.
Bosun.
Echo
Welcome
Julano,
aboard. Welcome, my brother.
Echo Julano, the massive,
Káàárọ̀.
massive heartache.
uh,
When there's a god of soccer, my master can just stumble by mistake, you know? Even you
not,
yourself, you don't believe it.
uh, when if Tottenham, none of the arms could harm Man City, or can harm Man City. Tottenham, West Ham, I see.
Um,
Will
um,
That's interesting. All the hams.
Mm-hmm.
Never looked at
Oh,
it that
yeah.
way.
all,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
world,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
arms. Okay,
HAM.
okay. You can't walk. Oh my, those are their machine. Okay, I'm using all that to test your microphone so it doesn't work like last week. It appears better today
oh,
because we have a
thank.
lot to talk about, especially from your people.
It is well.
It is well. So, Mr. T, I would like you to take like a devil's advocate, because Alex is, we know where Alex stands. Bosun is, Bosun with the two sides. So you have to take the other side, so it doesn't look like everybody here is anti-Tinubu.
I will try.
God will help you with wisdom. If you
I will
stand
try.
against,
I will try. I will try because honestly, and is it being recorded? Because a lot of people who had my views in the past 3 days will be
yeah, yeah,
shocked. But it's fine. It's fine.
it's
Let's go.
been recorded.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, I believe that's a spin-off from Sheyi Shodimu's "Love Me JJ" of the 90s. Thames did some kind of justice to it there. Nice work. Well, we're now on the um, reviews of the headlines, and joining us on the Vintage Talk Show this morning is our legal expert and social development advocate. Good morning, Olutu Bosun Oshifora. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Nice to be here.
Good morning.
Morning. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning.
If you notice that Bosun's voice is not as vibrant as usual, it's the painful waiting game of his favorite team, Arsenal, making all kinds of sacrifices all over the world against the de facto, how do you call it, putative champion
Fudge,
of the
Fudge,
English Championship.
Fudge,
And
please be
man,
careful. There are two
you
of us
know,
here.
oh, the pen goes up to your side.
We touch it with.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that you. It's good that you have how do you call it? You have made a disclaimer. We know yourself now, because I'm going to come back for person next week, by the grace of God, to review the 20-year-old pain of waiting for a championship title. Okay, let's go on today on our major newspaper headlines. Let's start with the punch, and it says CNG pumps. That is gas. That's natural gas. I beg your pardon. CNG pumps. Federal government may fund installation as marketers lament high costs. Says marketers Nigerians are to benefit from conversion. Interest rates too high discourages borrowing and businesses. That's Ipman, the independent petroleum people. Um, Gentlemen, the government says converting to gas for our vehicles, our generators, and all sorts will help deflate the pressure on PMS. That's the petrol and all that. And it looks like the cost may even be higher than the one we are running away from. Will this be a matter of from frying pan to fire? What
Hmm.
the government is planning?
Well, well, sometimes I believe they mean well by their decisions. My question, though, is how many outlets of service points do we have waiting and ready to service the Nigerian market in that area? If we don't have enough, then it's probably we're starting the game before the whistle.
Hmm.
Um, so I believe that they should do a quick two-step back to see where those places are. And I hear from the reports, the reports coming in, that the president had probably been commissioning some of these outlets. I don't know how far that's true. There are one or two filling sites somewhere in Lekki area. Maybe they are functioning as yeah, I don't know. And I look also on the streets and on the roads, Fudge, Alex,
Hmm.
also, I see some of these vehicles already flying the road. Nigerians love quick things like that. Yeah, I've identified some. Somebody said a few ones are in Ibadan as well. I don't know if they are, but I'm sure Abuja would have few ones too. But we have to be quick about letting people know that we are ready and we're serious about this. More service points should be in place by now. Yeah, for me.
Well, whatever we plan, it should not be more expensive than you. I mean, I was asking my technician to conversion. Was, the bill was he gave me. I I have to postpone the date um, of momentarily. It's a little bit you know especially those of us in band B and all that stuff. Mr. T, by the way, how's your band going? Is it is it okay? Your band A is it performing?
Um, Now, Fudge, I don't even know if it's band A or bandits. I don't know where we are at the moment. I have, I'm not, you're laughing. Something. When we started with them, I used to have a book that are not the number of hours we give you like, yeah. And that is perfect for the weekends because that's when I'm probably in or something. But the days I'm not in, I lose count because by the time I come, I ask the guys next door, how's the light been today? Oh God, they took it 5 times. We lost count. And then we don't know when they brought it back. You know, it was still a trial and error thing, which, by the way, is what I find funny about the policies. When we get there, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I don't know why I keep having the feeling that we don't plan things properly or think things through before we venture into most of these things. It's painful, and the risk they take is, I think they do it in such a way that they ask us to grow along. We'll be reshaping these things as we go along, which is always the mantra we hear. You say it's getting better, it will get better. But that period of getting better, a lot of a lot of hits come on your head, and you think you take them as sacrifices. So for me,
Okay.
the bandit thing is not yet there. It's not there. The money is
Okay.
still high.
There's some Saturday headlines in the Punch. Let me quickly drop one or two. This one, oh no, man. This one says husband spends donation for CS on dog. Abandoned me in hospital. So claims the nursing mother. CS means cesarean section. The woman obviously is at the theater. They want to do CS, and they raise some money so that they can do the CS. And the man uses it to help his dog. You know, men, why are you? Why are you like this? Eh? Why? Why? I can't say. I don't know. I don't know. There's another story. It says Portable took Mercedes Benz GLE 350 from me without paying a dime. So claims a car dealer. Who does that? But that's criminal?
It's only Portable who can do that. The guy is just in a class by himself. Is just it's a phenomenal being. I've never seen something like that before, because there was a video that went viral in the course of the week where I think the dealer came around with some policemen based on the fact that he has refused to pay up as agreed. So, which can be a civil case and can also be criminalized. I mean, under the law, you can say that goods were obtained under false pretense. So I think that was what the dealer did. And they came with the police. We all saw the video, and within a twinkling of an eye, the guy just slipped over the gate.
The gate. He escaped.
Oh
So
God.
the trip was that he was arraigned. We saw he was arraigned, I think, before a magistrate court, granted bail. And by the time he came out, he went to release a song. And as far as he was concerned, everything is just a joke. So
Wow.
I think the boy needs some reining in, and he needs some people to just manage him. Though he prides and seems to make money from his nuisance value, but I think there's an extent to nuisance if he doesn't want his career to go down.
Wow. Wow. Well, it appears nuisance pays. Um, there are some people that make fame or they monetize nuisance value. That's good. Let's go to Saturday Vanguard. And it leads with a screaming headline: Tinubu 1 year on, hope deferred, not new. They had a special report on that. We also, hopefully, in a couple of weeks, we'll also be treating the Tinubu affair. How has it been the past 1 year? Pain or pleasure? Some of the headline here says that's a particular interesting one. It says, police detain doctor, three nurses, ward attendant over missing placenta. That means that means someone gave birth and someone's supposed to go and bury the placenta somewhere. Why do you even bury placenta, sir?
Uh,
Also, do
there's
you
a
understand?
there's a cultural dimension to this thing. In fact,
Yeah.
um, in fact, there's an ethno-cultural dimension to it. Because I'm aware of the Yoruba culture and the importance and the severity of you know burying placenta and all the meat that comes with it. When we started traveling abroad, I had to make it out of that it was something quite insignificant over there. But back here we feel that there's a whole lot attached to it, and people put in so much significance to the thing, and I think there's an element of fetishism attached somewhat. So, and that's why you see almost every now and then news like this make the headline where people are packed because placentas are missing because there's some dimension of rituals and people use it for some fetish stuff. So that's why. But I think it's only peculiar to Nigeria. I've not seen it outside this country. It's something nobody even thinks about it, and people just move on. So, but as far as it has a cultural dimension to what we do, people will still give it rights, and then by our tradition, well, if you take people's placenta or you can't find it, then you now become culpable and you might be prosecuted if found wanting.
Wow. Hmm. Placenta problem. Wow. Let's go to the next. Carries a big headline. I'm sure Mr. T will be interested in this. It says electricity. Federal government calls issuance of regulatory autonomy to states. The minister says time needed for states to understand how to operate electricity markets. What's he saying? The states. What?
If anybody, if there's any
Well,
that's in the good books of Nigerians right now, I think it's the Minister for Power. Because
hmm,
basically what he has shown is that all he's doing is just theorizing. He doesn't seem to be hands-on. He doesn't seem to have a grip of the
Yeah.
thing. Unfortunately for him, these are austere times in the history of this country, and people's earning powers have not gone higher. Inflation is over the roof, and all he has been able, well, what he is known for is increment of tariff. And so, coming up with this, people don't really see him, and people feel he doesn't know what he's doing because that's the general outlook to this thing.
Mm.
So
Mm.
now, because particularly as earlier on, we are talking about the bands, band A, B, C, D, and all that thing. And the thing is this: people don't have these funds to pay this tariff, and it looks quite insensitive to the plight of the people. And I just pray that it doesn't end up in a position where they don't expect.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Bosun just hit it. I see a lot of trials and error. I don't understand it. How would I be a minister and I don't come in first with a vision of what I want to do? I don't know if we still do these things where the ministers are expected, yeah, to come up with a bag of ideas of what they want to do and make those things as a presentation, present those things, and then they will applaud them and say, okay, this is where we think you can go further here. The checks and balances are weak for me, too weak. And so everybody's just doing whatever they want to do. Um, what Bob Bosu concluded with is really scary and shocking when you march too heavy on the on us, yeah. What you get is somebody who's pushed to the wall and has to bounce back because there's no other place for him to go. We have been too careless a little bit, and we have to be mindful of these things. We are here to serve the people and not make them go through excruciating pain of governance, feeling governance negatively. That's my position as well. I think they have to do something about it. Think more
So
about the
much
people.
sorry the nation, and we will leave the nation. Uh, One is a very an individual sad story, and another is a community issue. One says court convicts Lagos cosmetic surgeon over client's death. Um, in the guise to beautify the body, uh, the the would be uh, person has entered the final stage of life. Now the soldiers in trouble. Uh, how do you justify? Is it they're changing bomb or changing face or something?
This
And then
this Fudge, this
yeah,
cosmetic surgery thing, I don't think I between the surgeons and the clients, I think something is wrong somewhere. Because
mm,
this thing, particularly the BBL, that's the Brazilian butt lift, it's been adjudged and acclaimed to be one of the most dangerous
mm,
um, operations. So surgical operation. And people keep going for this thing. Why? I do not understand.
wow,
And then in Nigeria, the level of competence is not there as it should be. But people don't mind. All they see is how they come out at the end, not looking at the level of competence. And I see people die almost on a daily with this thing. And what is even now annoying is the fact that on a daily too, some other people keep going for this thing. And then you
mm,
now wonder that the proverbs we used to that the elders who falls into a ditch should, serve as an is
yeah,
on an
as a, yes,
for
as a
those,
lesson to us.
but
Yeah,
not, and it doesn't seem to be working any longer.
and the problem is the elders are not falling. The young ones they are falling, and they can't. They don't care about. They will think that he just slept. Well, he hasn't eaten well. It's not their portion and all that. Okay, thank you. Last note before we leave. Headline reviews. It's from Saturday Tribune. It says 20 trillion pension fund. Federal government's move will wreck pensioners. Union spokesman says. He hints at litigation. Asks affected persons to resist plan. I also read a piece that former Vice President Abubakar Atiku wrote lambasting the Wale Edun and the federal government for contemplating, you know, taking a portion of the pension fund to fund infrastructure. Uh, I don't know. I don't know.
It boils down to
Hmm.
this, sir.
Hmm.
It's
Pensioners
all
are lamenting. already, and you still want to take from their funds? I don't.
It's 1 minute they tell you that they are making so much money because subsidy has been taken out.
Yeah.
Then next minute you go are borrowing. So something is missing. There's a whole lot of lies in between. That's
Mm.
that's that's my fear. Because
Uh,
you say you're making money and that you're taking something out, then there's surplusage and there's a whole lot of surplus. And then the next minute you go and borrow. Are you borrowing for the fun of it? Now, people that are hardly paid pensions, I mean, we know the whole pension thing and how the thing. And coincidentally, my master's thesis in law was on pensions, so I have I'm a bit I have a bit of an understanding of how this thing go pans out. So, and we've seen over time how pensioners grown and all, and
yeah.
same government, you can't find money anywhere. Is it same people's money that you hardly pay? So when we go south, what do you do? What do you tell the people?
How do they survive? Those who
So
depend
I
on that,
don't,
you
I
know.
don't know. It's this approach is looking political.
The signals are
I
weak
thought
from Bosu's
I thought
end.
I thought Mr. T as a possible pensioner, pensioner should have something to say about it.
Fudge, I missed, sorry, Fudge, I missed that. There's something wrong. The audio from your end and Bosun has gone
Oh,
static.
okay. Oh, we're talking about a 20 trillion pension fund that government wants to move to fund infrastructure, and they are saying it will wreck a lot of pensioners, and that people should resist it. So we are asking that, Mr. T, I don't think with us again. The network is wrecking our discussion.
The whole thing is just looking like a prodigal son's approach. You've seen your father's money, you just feel let's spend it.
Okay, Mr. T, are you back? I don't know if you heard.
Yes,
Can you hear?
yeah, you went up. Can you quickly repeat it? I have something to say about the pension thing, but go ahead, say yours.
Sure, as a possible pensioner, it says 20 trillion pension fund government move to wreck pensioners. That's union statesman, and they are quite. I mean, Boss was quite emphatic that you don't. You say you have money. Yeah, money is coming in here and there and all that. Why are you going and
Mm,
borrowing? Especially
mm,
people who depend on this money, and you are not even paying them early enough and all that. And then the little they are taking, you want to borrow for it. What if it goes south and you're not able to refund? How will they survive?
mm. Um, I've always said that a nation that does not plan for a kind of cushioning effect for people who have served diligently at the end of the day falls short of their respect. When it comes to pensions funds, when we were actually trading out of service, we were made to understand the structures around the pension funds, how we were going to be paid, what we were going to be paid, how many years or down the line depends on your choice. And the first thing I remembered was the pension guys who came to explain these things said that to a question that came up that nobody, no government dares touch the pension funds because it's been so programmed that it goes from quarter to quarter, year to year, and accrues along the line. And what it
Yeah,
accrues with from is what they share down for all pensioners. And in case of death, this is what happens. You get it. So when I woke up that day and I saw that in the papers, okay. The first question is, or what came to my mind, there is no smoke without fire. Even if the man saying it is from the opposition, right? There must have been something along the line that he saw or heard or read. Okay. And I've always been talking about the way the pension scheme goes, except for a few organizations. Most of these pensioners are not well respected. There are some won't get their pay on time, some even months after they pay them in arrears. Some organizations tell them, no, we're not paying you now. We are going to pay the staff first for the money that comes in, and then we'll be paying you later. Okay? Most of these people are down and sick. Oh, it's my system. Am I coming across better now? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, in saying that, okay, yeah. Yes, go ahead now. It's better.
Okay, it's better now. Okay. Now, so what has happened is that most people, most people are ill. Most of them are on sick bed. Their funds need to be regular. Government should not be found wanting in that area, and I'm serious about it. And the current government is not the one who is. The current government is not the one per se who you can hold them responsible, because there's been a trail of activities around pension funds long before they even came there. So maybe they are acting out on what has been on ground, but they need to rejig and work on it seriously and conscientiously. And so anytime there is a pay rise, it doesn't hit the pensioners on time. It doesn't even hit them at all. If it does, but this time, nobody can touch the pension funds. Nobody can. I'm still waiting for government to come out boldly to say, we are using it for this, so bear with us. I've not heard that, and I don't think they can. I doubt if they will touch it. Because right now,
like I said earlier, I think it's looking like the prodigal son's approach. Because you have seen money, like this money looks latent, nothing is happening to it, let's spend it. And because that's basically what I can make out of this. Because we have seen them start a lot of things that they couldn't finish. So what do you do when the thing goes south? What do you tell? You want to kill an entire generation. That's basically what you want to do.
You said it. You said it right, and it boils down to what I also said earlier, or I plan to also say at this point in time, that we shouldn't leave. Wow. Okay. We shouldn't leave everything, to the center alone. When I say center, I'm talking about, in every way now, the presidency is the target. Okay. It's not working right, is the presidency. Water is not coming out, is the presidency. Okay. Each of these departments have ministers. I'm sorry to say, many of them are acting out what has been passed down to them, or what they found in the office they have come to occupy. They have to change. The things have changed. Times have changed. The man in charge of pension funds should understand. The minister in charge should know that. Look, forget it. In the first case, what they were paying them before is not what they should be paying them now. And then again, the paucity of funds within the central government also matters. But you said something now about some which I can never say no to. When you see a huge amount waiting and you're in government and you are looking for money, and money is there, you are still looking for the money. Whose vote is this? Who was this land chunk? They've not used it for years. It belongs to pensioners and look, can we dip into this for a while? And then it's a taboo to me. For me, we need to have people who think through things. Look at the education thing. Education, yeah, fine. I like that. Students loan, fine. You remember the hurdles we went through for that thing to even get to the billing stage before the house. They will take it there, they will take it back. They will take it there, they will take it back. And I'm asking questions. No, I don't understand. Can't we just do this thing once, package it, deliberate on it, argue on it, and finally send it to the house? And these guys will look at it and say, no, it's not tidy. And it shows that we're not ready. And I'm beginning to see that in other areas too. It's a trial and error thing. Let's move along and just package this. It's a very honest thing I have seen. In as much as the government means well in so many ways. They mean well so many ways. Look, student education is key. And if we are looking at scholarship funding and all for once, what about the content? Ask me, and I'll tell you this. Most teachers are not enjoying what they do. Professors also have a lot to say about what they are going through, and they are the teachers. They are the ones imparting knowledge. So, haven't we compromised on quality at the
Very
end of
much.
the day? Somebody needs to look at that quickly because that is the future of Nigeria. Look, anything they are doing now, it's just education. Is it. Every angle must be looked into. Now they are going to go on strike soon. Abi, I think Bosun. Am I right?
Yes, yeah.
Bosun,
There's always
since
there's
we have
always
been on since we have been on 100 level, 200 level in our own days, strikes have been very common. As a matter of fact, it disrupts a lot of things. It used to disrupt a lot of things. Yes, we passed. Hoggle, fumble, tribble, we passed, we came out. We passed out. And we are looking at that. Okay, now I've passed. This is my certificate. What am I going to do with it? I think education is an emergency situation. We don't do a trial and error. If a guy is listening, education is key. It is key. We have found people who have done things by themselves in this country. We educate ourselves. We do electricity by ourselves. We make road by ourselves. We buy what's that thing that they tell estates to buy to repair when electricity goes off. We are still in my area. We have to collect 9 million now or 19 million. Yeah, they want to go and do transformer. Thank you. We're still doing all that, and we go to the market to buy a thing. We don't take things from Yasikira free. You have to take Yasikira stuff and pay her immediately. It's not go come. And these are not really pleasant things. They have to look into this thing. Even the opposition they are talking, well, anybody can be in opposition. When you get there, you find a different ball game waiting for you.
absolutely.
A different stadium waiting for you. So you can talk as opposition till tomorrow.
I think that's what has happened to this administration. Sometimes there's a way you look at governance and you think the person there is not doing it well. By the time I get there, I'll do this, do that, and you know that they say in Yoruba that moto to fenu wa cooking jam. So by the time you get there, you now realize that there's more to driving a car than reading from the book. Different ball game entirely. So that's really what's panning out here. Because
okay, guys. Have you missed me, or you didn't even miss me at all?
The show must go on fast. We know you will come back.
It must go.
It's your sister. Okay. The sister has a mind of its own.
The sister just comes out.
It ported you somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to link up so that we can continue.
Oh, are you kidding me?
So right now I'm doing rewind. I will come to us. I'll just so that we don't have any space.
But you and I have been tackling things. You mean we were not on then?
No, I wasn't. I just got on now. Oh, I couldn't hear you.
What I mean, were we on live at the time you were off?
Yes, we were.
Oh, okay. So it's fine then.
We're on live in the studio. It's the system that has your StreamYard that is not working.
That's the downside of technology.
It is.
It doubles over you, and there's nothing you can do.
And we are moving ahead still. We are not sorting this out. We are porting into AI. It's really a tough angle for me. And AI is so, oh boy. But the basic things to make these things work aren't working perfectly.
Maybe with this of this AI, people have grown lazy. People can't write ordinary letters.
You see, it damages the skills. It makes you so complacent. You're
I don't know
asking AI for everything,
about their life, so
everything. In fact, they say there's an AI that teaches you how to speak English, and I laugh. I said, what can be better than you and your English teacher having a session in a class? I don't get that one. I don't know. I don't know. And in the media, it's a tough one too. We have a challenge now in broadcasting. Yeah, a huge challenge in broadcasting and news gathering too. What I know AI would do is to fact check things for you, sharp and sharp. Fine. But when it comes to putting thoughts and ideas together, it will marry a 16th century idea with a 2024 idea. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
is Uncle Fat still?
Fudge is totally
Master,
gone. Oh,
I'm here. I'm listening to
okay.
you.
Oh, okay.
I hear everything. I'm trying to link it to the Bluetooth so you can. I'm using handheld now to do it. So I'm still trying to link it up.
Oh,
Meanwhile, I'm trying to get some material for what is playing. We are playing KSA's The Way Forward now.
okay.
The Way Forward by KSA with multiple voices you can hear. Right now, that's Shegun Arinze's voice. And earlier you heard Orlando Owo. That's Telemi Timio Shukoya, who I suspect wrote the song.
Yeah, he did. He did.
I suspect that's Bimbola, Bola Bimbola.
Bola Bimbola.
Yeah, The Way was released in 1982.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
No,
82.
this song?
Wow. No, I didn't. That date is wrong. 82 is so
No,
far. No, I don't think so.
82.
in the 90s.
It was in the 90s. I think early 90s. When we were a little bit confused about whether the military were going or not, and
Yeah.
the after effect of the June 12, June 12 fiasco. I think
91, 92.
yeah, I think so. Not 82, certainly. Okay, and here's another one. Some young chap. Oh, this is interesting. I think this is Obesere. Obesere was also in the project. Quite a heavy beat. Is with
All
the
the stars.
which only the
Yeah.
cloud of KSA can pull. Which only the cloud of KSA can pull. Oh, I think this is Oris Buliki. Yes, certainly. Yes. Oris Buliki was also there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Really
lovely,
cool.
lovely
Yeah.
composition. Unfortunately, you guys can't hear it.
Yeah, but I can imagine it.
You can sing it in your mind. You can
I
roll
can
it
recall
across.
it. Yeah.
Okay, let's take this other one from this young chap. A couple of them, they blew out in 1993 with
Hmm.
Monica Junior. Junior is right late now. But here it is.
Yeah, he passed.
Oh, now wow. I can't link this to the Bluetooth. So I'll just hold it to the mic like that. Got a girlfriend in Lagos.
Still have a long way to go.
Right.
Sir?
I I have to be in school for 9:30. You're like,
Oh,
What did you say?
I said
he
I have
has
to
to
be
be in class.
in 9:30. We have our
Oh,
last
okay.
statistics.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So you have to leave now, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, sir.
Okay, all the best.
Okay, Boko.
We'll
Take
post
care.
most of it next week. Okay. Take care.
Take care. Mhm. Ah, oh, that's really- really much better. Let's see.
So we're playing Junior and Pretty now.
Okay.
Uh, well, we have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot from 1993. We have The Way Forward, King Sunny Ade, if you heard, Ophewiri, Star Warrior. I can lay my hands on the.
Warrior.
Yes, that's Bolanle by Junior and Pretty. It's pretty getting in. There's Consolidation by Wasiu Ayinde. And then
Mm-hmm.
Ojo Okpon by General Kolinton Ayila and African Fuji Eaglet. What's the name? And then there's
I
Rough
remember
and
that.
Naked.
It
There's
was a
Rough
year of the
and Naked.
Eaglets. It was a year of the Super Eaglets, I think.
Yes, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah. It was a
okay?
time of the World Cup escapades. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So it was that year it became Fuji Eaglet. Okay. It's a man of the moment. Then there's Felix and Moses were rough and naked. And Sonny Okosun's songs of praise. I've been
Oh, that's a nice one.
that was his conversion from protest music to
So
scriptural music
gospel.
to
Yeah,
gospel
gospel.
music. Yes, I think the last series he did on protest music was in 1991. By 93, 94, he
Uh-huh.
blew out the water from the gospel music, and he became the biggest gospel
Biggest.
musician with songs of praise that won
Yes,
several awards.
it
Mm,
did. It cleared the
yeah.
award scene there. It cleared it up. Uh,
Okay,
and
Mr.
what he
T,
did,
we'll
he
take a
gifted to
break.
God.
We'll take a break shortly. I'll come back to you. It's you and it's my ears and your ears remaining now. And let's go through point blank as best as we can. I'll be back
Yeah.
with
Okay. Okay. I'll wait. I'll wait till him.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just certain niggas. Mr. T, you're still there, right?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay.
Mm. Wow.
I'm trying to move on.
Okay. Well, after that long hiatus, Mr. T and I are back, minus Alex. We don't know where Alex has been trapped in. Okay, today I think we'll just start some kind of preparatory talk and we'll dwell more next week. The that beautiful day on May 29, 2023, the baton for leadership swung within the same party from one gentleman to another, from President Muhammadu Buhari to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How has it been so far? He promised us renewed hope. He promised a lot, like most politicians. He promised good health for us, better welfare, sound footing for our economy, prosperity in the horizon. There's a lot of things to look forward to because he did the magic in Lagos, and that was his award-winning, I mean, election-winning mantra all over the
Mm.
country. He has done it in
Yeah.
Lagos successfully. He will
Oh.
do it on the bigger stage, and he has the capacity to select, to pick the right people. Uh, and we have seen all that in the last 1 year, and Where are we today?
mm,
In 10 days, it will be exactly 1 year. Where are we now? Has it chosen the right people
mm,
as claimed? Has it given us the right policies, people friendly, compassionate, and effective policies? Has it has he done enough that even when it is hard and tough, you know there is hope for a better future? Has he done things that set a pace, things that will give you confidence that tomorrow will be better? You know, we don't know the kind of template you are working on. Uh,
mm,
some of us here may also have different perceptions and perspectives of what he has done right and what he hasn't done right. Uh, we also want to hear from you as much as you can. So call us to share with us. What is your performance report for the 1 year administration of Bola Tinubu? No, 1 out of 4 years may not be enough. But my people say it's from the dawn. How the morning is, you will know how the day will pan out. So you can see the
mhm.
sign, the breaking of the dawn. Uh, this dawn that is on us in Nigeria, is it done in a good way or is it in a terrifying way? What is it like? Call us. Let's hear your views or your comments. The number to call is 0913 I mean 6 I beg your pardon, 0918697348 5. Uh, so call us. The number again is 0913 697 3485. Let's hear from you. Uh, what your scorecard for President Tinubu? Mr. T, just to have a general perspective.
Yeah.
Next week we'll go sector by sector as best as we can. But today, let's just have
Mm,
a general perspective of what you feel, what you think about the man's performance in the past 12 months.
mm. Faj, I'm always quick to give commendations, because probably part of my training says that emotional intelligence and a mixture of social intelligence, okay, works well for your well-being, for your state of mind. And so I have always learned to see things from other people's perspective. But I'll tell you straight away that I find the president a highly courageous person who means well. Being courageous, I put it in context of somebody who's bold enough to say, I will wear the chair or wear the seat of the president of a huge country as Nigeria, and I will perform.
Mm,
Because honestly, Faj, Nigeria's case has been over time been so intricate. It is not that sometimes I say to myself and I argue it out, not that leaders or past governments don't mean well. Faj, once they sit there, once they occupy that rock, okay, they are they are there's a huge barrage of things they're carrying. And they are saying to
mm,
themselves where they sit, I can imagine, well, do you mean he wants to sleep? He can't sleep. He's about to go off the tangent, and that is where I always say you need strong advisors and strong ministers to help you carry the load of Nigeria.
mm,
In my mind, the president means well. Nobody comes out there and say it doesn't mean well. You mean well. But the story you heard before you came, and the story you are now making up and trying to fight when you sit down, they're at this, they're so far apart. They're so far apart. As you are solving one, another is rising. So let's give that an aside. Mhm. However, I believe that the first thing is you are here to serve the people and make life at least a little bit better from where the people are coming from.
mm.
the populist programs must be so popularly addressed. And honestly, the takeoff was actually very rough. And it's still a bit toughy, I must confess. The issue of removal of subsidy, trying to explain what we have been enjoying so far that we shouldn't have been enjoying, trying to explain how hard and beautiful the times will be. I think we've had that before. And I believe, and I'm telling you the truth, we've had all that before. So we knew we were in for, okay, another long stretch. The most interesting thing was I would fight corruption. And honestly and sincerely, we have seen a lot of renewal from the EFCC that says that no more pardon for those who are corrupt. You are going to hunt them down and collect the money they stole, if to put it like that, allegedly. Okay? And we see them doing all that. But more importantly, we go to the markets, things are still high up. The major problem the government Nigeria has is the Nigerian people. If the president and his team can look at that and address it, I'm not saying that we are the best of set of people in the whole world. I can make bold to tell you. I tell my friends who are not Nigerians that the best of people you can ever work or think with are Nigerians, because we're always there to solve things. And it's all about the shades of the past that has engulfed us. So what I'm saying in effect is that we also have turned out to be our own enemies, not making the great policies to show and activate they should activate. Okay, Faj, you go to the market, let me play it down, and you want to buy something, an item, even the supermarket, and the man is telling you dollar has gone up, naira is falling. How do I explain that to the bread I want to eat that is now 2,000 naira per loaf? You get it? And when you look down, I have had a chat with people in that business, and they tell you that they only call Abuja, they call their friends in Abuja and Ikoyi, how much is dollar selling this morning? And they sit back and begin to readjust their prices. Something they had bought. I'm only playing it down, though I'm not making it look so pedestal, but I'm trying to tell you that sometimes policies are well intended, are well programmed, but the execution shocks you. And that is the end. That execution end is where the people feel the heat, and we begin to throw stones back at Abuja that these things are not working. Okay? And what are those things that must work, in fact? A lot of people say they have lost credibility, they do not believe in them anymore. And I say that is wrong. Very wrong, because you do not know what they are also going through. That is why I believe when I sit back, policies are about to come out, they take them back again. It's taking us a long time to think on student loan. It's taking us a long time to are we going to give them scholarship or not? Are we going to go back to the old Western region type of free education? But it is not at this time we will be thinking about this thing, this particular one. We should have think through it long before we took over government. And this is another phase. A calendar phase is coming the next few weeks. I think the next phase for us is to quickly readdress the dangling problems. Where people have to be changed, let them sit down. Because, again, communication matters. Yeah. If I have a minister that is not portraying my policies properly in that ministry, and at the same time not being able to explain in detail what the policy is how it affects the people, and this minister happens to be part of the executive sitting where those decisions were taken, I will look at it critically and say, Mr. Man, please, can you take a back seat? Because now we need to quickly rearrange the process. The second, as we're going into after the next few weeks, we need to rearrange this process and reorganize the intentions again. And for every time we do it, it's getting larger and wider. Skirmish, some problems are they're pocket-sized problems. Relationship between governors and local government officials is still there. It has always been there from the 70s of Fudge. We are
Yeah.
still carrying it now in 2024. That affects the control of the dividends of democracy that the people in the local whatever should enjoy. The relationship between governors and local bosses and all, it has to be tidied up. Policies within parties also have to be deliberately and intentionally coordinated, well coordinated. We have left these things off from and the periphery is very, very funny. Before they came, the opposition was strong. And by the way, this second term, tell all people, the people in opposition, to wake up. The bus has moved. It's true, we have a government in place. Let them shake their swords and hold and drop their opposing views and collaborate. You see, come together. Let them know where they're going wrong. Tell them, this is what we feel. They will listen. But when you raise elbows with them, and then you go to the BBC, CNN, and you talk badly of things going on in your country, there's a major problem in that. And by the way, they do not know that most of the things they do is also falling back on them from the international community. I believe, honestly, as I feel a little bit down about what is happening, that Nigeria is still my country. Nigeria is Nigeria. I must support Nigeria. Whoever is there, I must support him. And I hope they listen to what we are saying, because honestly and sincerely, the issue of tariff of bandits must be checked. It is no longer child's play. Manufacturers will dance around that and say for every dime they put on electricity bill, it affects what they produce and what they manufacture. We go to the market, we don't have the money. Our wage bill cannot even take us home. We are currently still fighting, Faj, over wages, salary. But no, you get my point. In the midst of everything going, it's just in a quagmire. Yet I know that there is a good intention in government, and government needs to quickly check it up. Look, if you are building a structure as an architect, you are putting a structure up, and you have a time record, say 4 years to complete the tower building. Second year is coming, about to. It is for you to go check the drawing board again. Check every scale, every step. Because if you do not check the foundation again, you keep pushing this thing up. When there's a major problem, the tower comes crumbling down. It's cost assessment. We have to do a quick assessment to readdress the dangling problems. And then but carry the people along. Your communication skills and techniques must work. I'm very passionate about the communication. You communicate things perfectly and succinctly. People will follow you and understand what is happening. These are the areas I feel we can look into and drive on. Because for me, this government has moved. We have to move with it. We cannot, it has to keep moving. Yeah.
Okay, we have to move. Thank you. Alex is back. Alex, sorry you missed it. The music I'm playing in the background is by Orlando, which I recommend to all people in government. Listen, this is the man who used to speak for the common people, and his wisecracks and all sorts of it is full of witty and wisdom, and to learn on how to cooperate. This one is called Like Wegiri by Orlando Owo. Alex, you came late. You're just getting your overview. In 2 minutes, what will you call? How will you describe the 1 year of President Tinubu? Next week, we'll go sector by sector and talk more extensively. How will you briefly?
I believe they are still learning on the job. I would expect, at least within 1 year, I would expect a foundation to be laid, I would want solid programs to be highlighted of what they intend to do. What I've seen so far are ideas. They are ideas of what we should do. But um,
Yeah.
when you have ideas and you don't implement them with proper frameworks and structures, you may not leave where you started. You may just remain where you are.
On the
My
spot.
fear is,
Yeah.
yeah, my fear is if the process of governance continues the way it is, then, like
Mm.
you said, it might be like someone who's jogging on the spot. A lot of motion, but no movement. You know,
Yeah.
we've seen change. We've seen change. But what I want us to see is transformation. I want there to
Mm.
be a real transformation in all the key sectors of our lives. And, like I said at the beginning, it begins with a good foundation. Unfortunately, you can see that I'm picking my words carefully. I've not seen that foundation. That's the way I
Okay.
see it.
Thanks, Alex. We'll have more of your thoughts and you working confidently without minding your steps, footsteps, and all that. Next week, we'll do a review on the president's scorecard in the first 1 year. Thank you, gentlemen. I'd like to have your buys as we take our leave. Sife has shifted seats. I would say her pleasantries. Alex, final word for today.
Yeah, it's been nice. I want to tell everyone listening to remain positive. Positivity is great in whatever circumstances you find yourself. Don't let what's happening around you get in you and bring you down. And I'll see you
Oh,
next
thank
week by
you.
the grace of
Mr.
God.
T, final
Yeah,
word.
Faj. Well, we look forward to a better next week's session. And remember, Nigeria is your country, is our country, is my country. Let's make the best to move it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. T. The patrons are talking. We want Nigeria to survive, to thrive, and to remain strong in the Committee of Nations. You all can contribute. We all can do that. So, as we often say, be nice to people around you. Help someone if you can, and stay blessed. We hope and pray that Nigeria will thrive in our lifetime. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next week. Bye.
Bye bye, everybody.
Goodbye. Take care.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen. Mr. T, I will send a note to you
Okay.
shortly. So I want a quick response. Uh,
Okay. I'll do that.
as you guys later, thank you so much. As I shut
Take
down.
care. Have a nice
Yeah,
weekend. Alex, take care.
All right, Mr. T. Thank you, sir.